What's up, just there's the JP in the house. Okay, I want to talk about this word called Tattemae. When I first came to Japan, I didn't know anything about that word Tattemae and Hone or something like that. And as time went by, I actually never even studied it. Tattemae means to say something to avoid conflict, or I would rather just say to avoid, getting hurt. And I think that came from probably somewhere in the past in Japanese, but I'm not sure. But I know from what my friends tell me that back in the samurai days and stuff, if you said something wrong or you didn't use the proper words to address them, that you would get killed. And that's what one of my friends said. He's a Japanese man, and his father was in World War II, and he said during that time, you did something wrong, and they'll chop your head off real quick and stuff like that. But anyway, this Tattemae thing is it's very interesting because you don't know whether a girl is telling the truth or she's lying, or she's really lying but actually want to tell the truth, but she's lying, just to get past that point. Now, let's say like married couples nowadays, in Japan, a gaijin and a foreign, Japanese lady and stuff, like I'm at home or with my friends, and even I guess we do this in America too. I'll call you later, and let's go out, and you say, okay, that's fine, and then you see the person again 2 months later, yo man, give me a call. Okay, I'm gonna call you, okay? And it's like that. Tattemae, it's like that in Japan. I was talking to, I had this conversation with this one Japanese lady on my Ramen Gaijin's Double Whammy Do You Love Black Man videos, and she was telling me, her view of it. And I was just basically saying that, hey, Tattemae just means you lying, and, or I would rather put it like you just lying just to make somebody else feel good, basically. And because you're not really obligated to it, or you're not, even if you say yes, the whole thing is you're not going to have to follow through immediately on it. So it's okay, and it's just like in the States, you might meet a girl, or she give you a number, and she say, call me, okay, and give you the number, and it might not even be the right number, but back in my day, she used to get the wrong numbers a lot. Or she might, you might call and she might say, oh, whatever, but what we do here, and so anyway, the guy at work, Japanese guy, and he was like, well, me and my boss, we do that all the time. We always say, let's go out to lunch, let's go out to lunch, let's go out to dinner, let's go out to dinner, and they never go. It's just, he says, to him, he said, it's more like a greeting or something. And I was just laughing and stuff. And it's funny because even a lot of foreign people, because I guess I wouldn't say we get used to the word Tattemae. I guess it's just, our habits that we bring over here. You see your friends, you go, what's up, hey, next time, you got time, let's meet, and I'll meet you at 12 o'clock, Thursday, and the person never show, and, and that might be, I don't know if that's Japanese or not, but I know in America people tend to show up. Here in Japan, you might say you're going to meet one of your friends, or whether it's a guy or a girl or whatever, and they're supposed to meet you at the station at 1, and they might come at 1:30 or 2 o'clock, or they might not even come at all, and call you the next month and say, oh, I'm sorry, I had to work, or anything that happened, and, if you get a phone call within about 30 minutes, then that's good, that person's nice, but sometimes you might not. So this Tattemae thing is really interesting. Like, even with my wife, I said, okay, what you doing? Okay, I'll call you in about an hour, and I'll never call, or she'll never call me, and so we do that back and forth, so she might do her Tattemae Japanese style, and I'll do my Tattemae American style, or my Tattemae style Japanese style, whatever, But, like I said, I think we do it all the time. But then another thing that happens too is and it's like if a girl is standing there and you're talking to her, and you might say, "Hey, let's go watch a movie," and she might say, "Do you want to watch a movie?" No. Do you want to? Can I say that? Wait, it's wait. I gotta say it. It's Oh, she might say, "Hey, you busy?" And she might say, "Yeah, I'm busy," or something like that. And and you're still talking, and you want to go away. You want her to go away, or you want to go do what you got to do. But once you come to Japan, you kind of get to. A lot of people get to the kindness where they don't want to hurt other people's feelings and stuff. And I guess it kind of that tatemai thing, or that kindness kind of grows on you, and maybe you don't know it and stuff. So you sit there talking and say, "Okay, you got something to do? Yeah, I got something to do." And they're just doing a tatemai thing. What they actually saying is they might be even saying, "Hey, I don't have nothing to do, and I want to talk to you some more. I want to go do whatever you're gonna do." And then they still there, and you say, "Okay, well, come on, let's go." And like, all right, and they just go, and then you get to your destination wherever it's gonna be, and then you might say, "Well, I thought you said you have something to do," and she saying, "Yeah." They might give you some excuse, or they just say, "Well, like." I mean, I don't want to tell what the excuses I've had or what I've heard. They're funny and stuff, but I don't think they're good for YouTube. And it's just interesting, and this is really interesting. That's why, I said when you come out here, and I'm always talking about these women, but you'll get these guys come out here, and you'll get this image that they say, oh, Japanese girls are nice, or the Japanese guys are nice, and da 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 da, and you can't hurt their feelings because it's rude, because they're all sweet and innocent. And I keep saying, no, that's not the case. People come in Japan and like lie to you, or do whatever, it don't matter, because most people will get mad, and if you're a foreigner, you'll get used to it. And everybody walk around lying to each other, and it's just a trip. It's just people just literally walk around and lie to each other. Yo, what you doing? Nothing. Well, let's go hang out next week. Okay, cool. I'll call you Saturday, and you'll probably won't hear from that person for 2 years. And you might not. You might even forget, and whatever. And it's like when I first started meeting these girls and stuff when I moved to Wakayama, and when I moved to Wakayama, and a girl would call me and say, "We go out, so I'll be all ready," and they never show up or whatever. And so I'm thinking like, "Huh, what's wrong with this?" And it got to the point where I was like, "Man, these girls are a trip." And if you want to date in Japan, and you ain't got one of these girls that's strung out on you and that's stalking you and stuff like that, and you just got one of these casual friends and stuff, your best thing to do is just set up as many dates as you can in one day. And if you set up 2 dates, the chances of them both actually going through, if it's somebody, especially somebody you just met, is probably rare. You got a good 75%, 50, more close to 50%. Because a lot of people just all of a sudden get busy and stuff like that. So I would say I would have like 3 or 4 engagements in a day. And sometimes at the same time, and if they both call, then I had to cancel one, or if if they both cancel, I'm like, okay, fine, because I got something else might happen in 30 minutes or an hour later, 2 hours later, or whatever.